What if I told you there was a man whose punches were so fast cameras literally couldn't capture them? Not a superhero, not CGI, not a myth. Bruce Lee. A man so fast directors begged him to slow down because the audience thought the film was sped up. Today I'll show you why Bruce Lee's speed wasn't human, why modern fighters still can't replicate it, and how he trained his body to move faster than sight itself. Stay until the end, because one moment changed martial arts forever. Bruce Lee wasn't just fast, he was unnaturally fast. Witnesses said his hands looked like they had teleported. Opponents felt the impact before they saw the strike. Karate masters, kung fu experts, boxers. They all said the same thing. You don't fight Bruce Lee, you survive him. But here's the question no one asks. How fast was Bruce Lee really? Bruce Lee could punch in 1/20th of a second. That's 0.05 seconds. To understand how insane that is, the average human reaction time, 0.25 seconds. Meaning Bruce Lee could hit you 5 times before your brain even reacts. His famous 1-inch punch? Delivered with explosive speed, not brute force. And his kicks, documented at over 130 miles per hour. That's faster than most cars on the highway. But speed alone wasn't the secret. Bruce Lee's speed wasn't just about moving fast. It was about removing everything unnecessary. No wasted motion, no flashy poses, no hesitation. Traditional martial arts taught long stances and big movements. Bruce Lee rejected that. He said, "The fastest movement is no movement." He trained his body to explode directly to the target. That's why people said his strikes were invisible. Your eyes couldn't track what never paused. And this made Hollywood panic. During filming, Bruce Lee was told, "Bruce, you're moving too fast." Audiences thought the footage was sped up, so the directors asked him to slow his punches. Let that sink in, not because it looked fake, but because it looked impossible. Even today, fighters watch his clips frame by frame and still can't fully understand how he moved. But the real secret wasn't just physical, it was mental. Bruce Lee trained his nervous system, not just muscles. He believed, speed comes from relaxation. Most fighters tense up. Bruce Lee stayed loose until the exact moment of impact. That allowed his body to fire like a whip. He practiced explosive shadow boxing, reaction drills, speed bag work, resistance training, isometric holds, but above all, he trained awareness, because speed without timing is useless. Bruce Lee didn't just move fast, he moved before you decided to move, and that terrified his opponents. One opponent said, "I raised my guard," and the punch had already landed. Another said Bruce Lee tagged him repeatedly without being touched once. Even martial arts legends admitted, if Bruce Lee hit you, you wouldn't know how it happened. And remember, this was before modern supplements, before advanced sports science, before motion capture, just discipline, precision, and obsession. But Bruce Lee wasn't chasing speed for fame, he was chasing the truth. Today, MMA fighters train efficiently, minimal movement, explosive bursts. That's Bruce Lee's blueprint. Jeet Kune Do wasn't a style, it was freedom, and his speed symbolized something deeper, when you remove fear, ego, and excess. What remains is pure expression. That's why Bruce Lee is still unmatched, not because he was fast, but because he was limitless. Bruce Lee never tried to be the fastest, he tried to be truthful. Truthful in movement, truthful in expression, truthful in who he was, and that truth moved so fast, the world could barely see it. Bruce Lee didn't just break speed records, he redefined what the human body could do. Decades later, his strikes are still studied, his philosophy is still quoted, his speed is still unmatched, not because he was superhuman, but because he refused to accept human limits. If Bruce Lee's legacy still inspires you, subscribe. Because legends don't fade, they move too fast to be forgotten.